that's followed. Now it's time for our first speech. First speech, our first speech maker is Toastmaster Shamsuddin My Confessions. My Confessions, Toastmaster Shamsuddin.
You might have seen people drawing their wallet and looking into like this. If I may say, why do they do it? Simply when they have to pay someone or they have to buy something. All of us generally not only wish, but take a number of efforts that our purchasing propensity may increase, which technically is called consumer buying power. Mr. Contest Chair, distinguished judges, fellow contestants, dear members and guests. Last week we welcomed the new year, and everyone might reviewed what we found and what we lost during the year which is departed. This reminded me of something happened in 2003. So I thought to share my experiences which happened 15 years back, believing that this elegant audience will be benefited. In 2003, fellow Toastmasters, I was doing a good job in a good company. Then I had a job offer from a multinational company operating abroad. They offered me 4 times increase in my salary, which was mind-blowing. So obviously what you do, you consult with your families and friends. And that's what I did. I just want your attention to the pointations. Majority of the fellows which I consulted with advised me to leave and go. But let me tell you what they did focus upon. Now your attention, contest chair, they pointed out, you have got a tremendous opportunity for prosperity. Why you are thinking? Just leave. It's a great opportunity for the bright future of your children and their education. Okay, fine. A best healthcare cover is being offered within the package. Still you are thinking about it. It's amazing. You are young. I believe relatively I was that time. So luck does not every time knock you. It's a big opportunity. Don't waste your time in thinking over it. Fine. Above all, the political scenario, law and order situation of Karachi was not good those days. So they advised me, you are getting rid of this ugly situation and you will have a mental peace and everything. Fine, but I had certain reservations, fellow Toastmasters. What I was thinking about, let me give you. The condition of job was that after 1 year, they were settling my family abroad. But for 1 year, to keep away from my family, I had a wife, children, was a cost. And keeping away from a parent forever was an additional cost. Though my mother was alive that time, though she was not living with me, but there was a connection which was very much likely to be affected. That was another cost. My social life was very much likely to be affected. My lifestyle, my health care, because of change of food was also likely to be affected severely. I've got certain things, I have to walk, I have to take a cup of tea when my better half is beside. The certain things I do are always likely to be messed up. And especially I pondered, I'm the citizen of a sovereign state and my constitutional rights are secured. I believe my institutions are weak, but they will progress with the passage of time. Governance structure is not good, I believe, but this may also improve the passage of time. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, life goes on. I believe my arguments emanated from the bottom of my heart, so they got dominant. I didn't go, I continued. Men proposes, God disposes. During these 15 years, I got 3 career moves, and all the time with handsome increase in my salary. By this time, I fell off financially. Even better had I switched abroad that time. But I wanted to confess that I made a very disappointing decision in my life. It was one of the most imprudent decisions I ever would have taken. Now, fellow Toastmasters, my children are grown up. They study in the best schools and colleges of the city, but my wife is worried until they are back home. I cannot rely a person to be hired as my driver. And same is the case with my wife. She thinks 100 times before hiring a maid for herself. I'm puzzled where I'm working. You know, every noble family is all the time conscious to have security around their residences. And security companies are multiplying their revenue, taking advantage of this scenario. Unregulated business. I serve corporate sector, which is the highest tax paying slot, and 20% of my salary every month is slashed in the name of income tax. I never receive any corresponding service from state. The members of my parliaments do everything except their own work, that is legislation. Once I had to attend the parent-teacher meeting in the school of my daughter. She's grade 4, Hafsa. While driving back home, she asked me a question, Baba, why the traffic constable is not stopping those who passed on while signal was red? Apparently, it was a little question, but it embarrassed me. I thought if I tell her the truth, her faith in the principles of life will fade away. So I have feelers that I did injustice to my family. But this way life goes on. Let's look into a realistic perspective. What is the outcome? Can I play any role to address this situation? Let me ask first, can I play? If yes, did I play that role? I have learned that this pain is mightier than a gun. If it is that, why can't I use it to mobilize the opinion? Our social networking is very vibrant these days. We can tap on and mobilize our opinions. This is the only thing we can do in the given situation. This is the only way we can be sincere with ourselves. Otherwise, I think history may not be fair with us in times to come. Mr. Montesquieu.